Hello, my name is Kelly Blah, and I'm a 7th grade science teacher at Colleen Middle School in Hooksett, New Hampshire. My problem of practice focuses on the lack of induction programs or the lack of supports that are in place in most schools for first-year teachers, new teachers as they're hired and put into the classroom. This is based off my own experience at Collie. When I was in the interview process, I asked if they had a mentoring program for new teachers, and they said yes, they did. When I was hired and put into the program, it turns out their mentoring program was just a once-a-month sit-down opportunity with the assistant principal where you had the chance to ask any questions that you may have. This was hardly supportive at all. No learning took place across this time, and it's not a comprehensive program for first-year teachers. So I definitely had some things that I struggled with my first year of teaching that I didn't need to struggle with, that there are things the school could have done to help out. I mean, I see that repeated again and again every year with other teachers who are hired within the school and what they're struggling with. And while I try and help as best I can, there's only so much I can do. If the school created some type of induction program or a collaborative learning group environment, then I think that would be really helpful in supporting these new teachers and would also have indirect effects by helping the veteran teachers and the administration, and it could be a really valuable thing for our school. Martin in 2015 did a study where he found that 66% of all new teachers participated in some type of induction program at schools, which at first sounds good, but then when you look deeper at what they're experiencing, much like the induction program that I went through with the sit-down meetings with the assistant principal, that actually less than 1% of those teachers go through what is considered a comprehensive induction program. Your first year or two of teaching is really hard. You are expected to perform all the same duties, all the same contracted hours, and have all the same responsibilities as a veteran teacher, all while for the very first time creating daily lesson plans, developing behavioral management skills, finding your class voice, and earning the trust of students and parents and administration and your colleagues. Everybody who becomes an educator goes through some sort of educator prep program, and there's lots of different pathways you can do to get there. But the thing that those pathways have in common is while they're all different, they all have supports in place. They all help you in some way. And then when you're hired as a new teacher, all of those supports are gone. So first year two of teaching is hard enough as it is, but if we could find a way to continue those supports from educator prep programs into the first year or two of teaching, how much more successful would we be, not just as teachers, but as whole schools and whole communities, as everything is connected and everybody is connected in a school. By not having an induction program or supports in place for new teachers, what schools are seeing is they're seeing a high teacher turnover rate, and they're losing a lot of new teachers within the first 3 years. That's losing money for the district because of the time and energy put into place for interview committees and professional development and trying to create learning opportunities. But if those aren't done efficiently, then learning is not taking place. You're also missing professional development opportunities for veteran teachers who could be a part of this process. By using the distributed leadership theory to create teams of teachers and administration, to create collaborative learning groups, and then within those groups, adopting the leadership as practice approach to work collaboratively together, schools are providing new teachers with the help and guidance that they need to be successful. They're creating more open communication amongst the whole school, and they're developing a shared responsibility in achieving the group or the school goals. This also gives value to veteran teachers' experience and expertise. And while this is all to help the new teachers, really it helps everybody. It helps the new teachers, it helps the veteran teachers, helps the administration, and it helps students and the whole school community. By helping the new teachers find success, we're helping that success trickle down to other areas as well. The Philadelphia School District adopted a distributed leadership approach and it was called the Annenberg Distributed Leadership Project. They used a distributed leadership model to create teams of teachers, including the administration, to work collaboratively together throughout the year. They took 5 years to do this, and it's important to take the time to train to make sure everyone's on the same page. They took 5 years to implement this model. At the end of the 5 years, they took stock of where they were as a district and found that there were higher scores across the board. They had higher effective team functioning. They had a higher sense of efficacy in leaders. They had higher trust levels among team members, teachers, but also among their principals and assistant principals, the administration. There were more learning opportunities available for all existing staff, and there was higher teacher satisfaction. All of these things led to higher scores for students. More successful teachers led to more successful students, and that's really what our ultimate goal is. Philadelphia was so successful in adopting a distributed leadership model that New York City, the largest school district in the country, serving over 1 million students a day, in 2015, they adopted the same model and have been working with Philadelphia to train and implement to try and get similar results. I think the important thing to note with the Annenberg Distributed Leadership Project in Philadelphia was that they took the time to train. You have to make sure that everybody's on the same page with goals, that everybody knows how to, within the collaborative learning groups, they know how to communicate appropriately. Disagreements come up, and that's fantastic because that leads to learning opportunities, it leads to discussion. A disagreement isn't the end of something, it's a new opportunity to learn something. But you have to work with people and train them to know how to talk through those things. And creating a charter, a team or a group charter about how to communicate and how to work through problems and how to share ideas and just how to work together collaboratively. Having a team charter in place will really help you be successful in that. So taking the time as a school district to train, to make sure everyone's on the same page, make sure everyone has the toolkit that they need to be successful. And as a school, you will find success, starting first with the new teachers, bringing them up, kind of covering their weaknesses and using the group to buoy up their strengths. And doing that for the new teachers will help the veteran teachers, helping the veteran teachers. It all trickles down and ultimately helps the students. And again, at the end of the day, that the students are really why we're all here. So using a distributed leadership model to create collaborative learning groups, and then within those groups to use the leadership as practice approach to work collaboratively together will help our new teachers, our veteran teachers, and it will ultimately help our students. So that was my problem of practice. This is based on my own experiences in my own school. We haven't adopted a new leadership style yet, but I have hope that one day we will be able to get our footing in that area and our new teachers will find more success and stay in the profession. Thank you.